Welcome again to Quickies. This is Ted. We're here in Atlanta, and today I am here with Mr. James Edward Thomas.
Hiya, Ted. Hi, everybody.
So, James, what got you into film work in the first place?
I like to stay outside of reality as much as possible in my life, and I've been fairly successful with it so far, and I hope it continues. I like to live in a fantasy world.
Would we find you on IMDb?
Absolutely. Been there for many years.
Mm-hmm. Would you like theater or film or both, actually?
Gosh, theater takes such a commitment, so much time, but the reward, the personal reward for the actor is tremendous, the getting the instant response. I'm not so sure that the audience gets as much out of it as the actor does, but I enjoy filmmaking because you can afford to fail and redo it. Theater is rather unforgiving, but I really like both.
So what's been your favorite role so far and why?
Wow, I've had a lot of really fun roles, but one of the ones I did most recently, a web series that you're familiar with, Ted, here, done here in Atlanta called Horror Hotel. I play a reoccurring character named Al Sharko, and I think that Al is probably the closest to the real me of any character I've ever played, and therefore it made it a lot of fun.
All right, so what do you think of Atlanta becoming the next Hollywood?
Well, it's definitely there. Atlanta actors are finally being taken seriously by casting directors and producers. You look all over town, and actors who have been at it for 5-10 years here, slugging away, waiting for the opportunities to come. The opportunities are here, and they're being cast, and I'm happy to say I'm one of them.
Who would you say are your Hollywood/filmmaking heroes?
Oh gosh, I would say Steve McQueen is right at the top of the list. Paul Newman, John Wayne, the older type guys. But today, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is probably my favorite of the actors who are working today.
So what would you be doing today if you were not acting?
I'd probably buy one of those big tanker trucks and clean out cesspools. Those guys really clean up. No, I am a big fan of classic cars. I would love to have a business. Have you ever seen this guy on Velocity that has a TV show? He's up in Connecticut, and he has a little car lot, and he gets antique cars, and he buys them, and he repairs them, and then he sells them and auctions them. I think that would be the time of my life if I could do something like that.
Okay, so what are you filming right now?
Right now, it's funny you should ask. There's a film that's getting ready to come into theaters called A Sunday Horse, which we did last summer. That's the latest thing that's going to be coming out. It's with William Shatner and Nikki Reed and Ving Rhames. It was a lot of fun, shot here all in Atlanta. But I have two projects that I've just been cast in recently that producers do not allow you to be specific about what it is until they go into production. But one of them is a weeknight television series that a lot of people are familiar with. It's watched by over 3 million people every week. It's very popular. I have a recurring role in that. And I was also just cast in a new project that will shoot in New Orleans that will come out on Cinemax sometime next year. It's a brand new series on Cinemax, so I'm happy.
All right, so what do you see yourself doing years from now? What are your plans for the future?
I want to continue doing this and more of it, whether it's here, LA, New York, Chicago, New Orleans, wherever. I'm ready to go. Hope the casting directors and producers are willing to cast me in their projects, and I can continue to do this for quite some time.
Well, yeah, I can totally relate. So anything to plug before we go? Any movies, websites, anything?
Well, there's a film that I did last summer also called Buried Cane, which was shot here in Atlanta. It is a story about the people who inhabit a small southern town, specifically in Georgia. It's a gritty southern film. It's R-rated, but if you get a chance to take a look at it, it's going to be widespread distribution, direct to DVD. but look for it in red boxes and Walmart and places like that. It's called Buried Cane. It has a lot of Atlanta actors and a lot of terrific Atlanta actors.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of terrific Atlanta actors, the great James Edward Thomas. This is Ted. This is Quickies. This is Ted. I'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Ted.